Since General Conference is around the corner and we're going to hear from the special witnesses of Jesus Christ, I think to take a little time this week to talk about apostleship and what it means is powerful, right? It'll help your kids look forward to conference and appreciate what was restored in section 107. So I would maybe take a minute to talk about our current apostles. My favorite way to talk about the apostles and their unanimity is to do it with this cool balloon object lesson. To start things off, you're going to want to gather 12 balloons. It helps if they're different colors, but they don't have to be. You don't need big ones, maybe like 9, 12-inch balloons, but you do want to blow them all up to be about the same size. That's what will make things work best. So this is the fastest hack I've found for this, is if you blow up your balloon into a cereal bowl, as soon as the balloon touches the edges of that bowl, then you take it out, you tie it, set it down, and put a new one in. That way all your balloons get to be about that same uniform size. And then I would take a second as a class or as a family to talk about our current 12 apostles. Or if you wanted to, if you were in a seminary class and you were trying to help them understand these first quorum of the 12, you could write their names in Sharpie on the balloons. But if you're talking about our current quorum of the 12, then I would write their names on the balloons, help your kids see their faces on the church website, and find out a little bit of information about them. Maybe if you're in a primary class, you could assign one of those apostles out to each kid or each couple kids and let them write some of the things they know about the different apostles. What do they know about President Holland? What do they know about Elder Uchtdorf? What are some personality traits, or what was their previous occupation? And write those on the balloon. Then you're going to talk about how the Lord called apostles to work together, that he deliberately chose people who were different from each other, who had similar hearts, and he endows them with power to do this great work. And that's when you show how they link together. So this is the easiest way I found, is to take glue dots. We tried double stick tape at first, but it's a little weaker. Glue dots work so much better. So when you go to the store to grab a pack of balloons, grab glue dots. I promise it'll make your life a lot easier. So you're going to want to stick those balloons together with glue dots. Maybe you could hold up all 12 in a big row and talk to your kids about this quorum. Maybe even compare it to that picture of the quorum of the 12 that we have on the church website or in the Liahona magazine. And then you're going to talk about what happens when they are in tune with the Spirit, when they're aligned with the first presidency, especially the prophet. Then something incredible happens. There is magic that happens. I don't know a better word for it. There is this incredible power that flows out when these 12 good-hearted men work in tandem with each other, and they align themselves with the Spirit of God and with what the prophet is asking them to teach. This is when you're going to put your hairdryer at the bottom corner of that ring of balloons and turn on the air. And what will happen, it takes a little finesse. Maybe you have to practice it a couple times first, but when you shoot that air up, especially if you aim for one of those bottom corners, the balloons will spin and they'll sort of hover in midair. They'll stay up in the air. In fact, you can do some cool tricks with it. You can adjust your hairdryer to make that balloon ring move around in different areas, and talk to your kids about unanimity. When these apostles choose to be united, they have different opinions, different personalities, different backgrounds. When they come together to do God's will, it is like that balloon ring. They accomplish something that catches the eye, and it does remarkable things for the world, right? These apostles are sent out to open up the doors for the church to roll into new places. They go to new things, they open new mission areas, they open spaces for temples to be built. Because they are unanimous, they're connected to the Spirit, and they're connected to the first presidency. Incredible things happen. And that's what your kids will remember as they watch these balloons spin and spin in midair.